Thank you. Good morning. Welcome to New Thought Unity in Cincinnati, Ohio. My name is Brian Cashwell. I am the music director here. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
A girl each week, Sunday we would go to church, pay attention to the priest. He would read the holy word, consecrate the holy bread. Everyone would kneel and bow. Today the only difference is everything is holy now. Everything is holy now. When I was in Sunday school, we would learn about the time Moses split the sea in two, and Jesus made the water wine. I remember feeling sad, miracles don't happen still. Now I can't keep track, 'cause everything's a miracle. Everything's a miracle. Wine from water is not so small. Even better magic trick is anything is here at all. So the challenging thing becomes not to look for miracles, but finding where there isn't one. When holy water was rare at the best, I barely wet my fingertips. Now I have to hold my breath, 'cause I'm running in the sea of it. It used to be a world half-wreck, having second-rate hand-me-downs. Now I'm walking with the reverend air, 'cause everything is holy now. 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 Sing it with us. Everything is holy now. Everything is holy now. Everything is holy now. Everything is holy now. Read a questioning child's face. Say it's not a testament. That'd be very hard to say. See another new morning come. Say it's not a sacrament. I tell you that it can't be done. This morning outside I stood, saw a little red-winged bird, shining like a burning bush, singing like a scripture verse. Made me want to bow my head. I remember when church let out, how things have changed since then, 'cause everything is holy now. Used to be a world and a man, having second-rate hand-me-down. I'm walking with the reverend air, 'cause everything is holy now. 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 Sing it with us. Everything is holy now. Everything is holy now. Everything is holy now. Everything is holy now.
The Super Summer Let me start again. The Super Summer Clearance Sale at Angel's Wings Resale Shop. All summer clothes are $1 per item. That means all summer tops, bottoms, shoes, and the summer scarves are $1 per item. The racks are overflowing with bargains. Stop at Angel's Wings after service today from noon to 3.
Meditation with energy work will be in chapel after service. I think 12:15, is that when you all get together? Okay. And it is now meeting every Sunday, so stop in for that.
Crossport will meet tomorrow, September the 9th at 7:30 p.m. Join your Crossport friends via Zoom, and you can contact the center for more information.
A Course in Miracles, there is no class on September the 10th. Classes will resume September 17th.
Circle of Light Spirituality Study Group. The Circle of Light will meet on Wednesday, September 11th, 2024 at 6:30 in Fellowship Hall. This week's topic will be Devotional Meditation and Divine Communion, Part 2. Everyone is invited.
One-day spiritual retreat, a day of mindfulness and celebration on September 14th from 10 o'clock a.m. to 4 p.m. at the center. This one-day spiritual retreat is designed to deepen your spiritual practice. $30 love offering is recommended. Vegan lunch can be purchased separately for $5. Co-facilitated by David McClanahan and Barb Meyer. Sign-up sheets are in Friendship Hall.
Women of Wisdom, gather with your friends for Women of Wisdom on Saturday, September the 21st from 10 a.m. to noon in Friendship Hall. All genders are welcome.
Beautify New Thought Unity Center. Join your friends on Saturday, September 28th from 10 to 2 to help spruce up the center as we prepare for our upcoming 125th anniversary celebration. Sign-up sheets are in Friendship Hall.
And that 125th anniversary celebration, New Thought Unity is celebrating 125 years serving the spiritual community of Cincinnati. A celebration dinner and dance will be held at the Fort Mitchell Country Club on Saturday, October 19th. Be sure to join your friends, old and new, for an evening of celebration, and all tickets must be purchased in advance. See Linda Miller to purchase your tickets.
She back there.
The celebration will continue then the following day on Sunday, October 20th, here at New Thought Unity. Reverend Doris and Reverend Pat are planning to celebrate with us the 125th anniversary. More events are being planned for a festive, fun-filled anniversary celebration weekend.
The second annual Holiday Bazaar and Wellness Fair returns to NTUC on Saturday, December 7th from 10 to 4. We are currently seeking vendors, healers, food and beverage vendors, card readers, and woodworkers.
So please join us after service down in Friendship Hall for coffee, tea, light snacks, and just more fellowship. Also, if you want any more information, you can go to the website, the email blast, or Facebook for the details of any of these events.
Yes, thank you. And I have one announcement that's not in the announcements. Just to let you guys know, on September 29th, we're going to have a very special contemplative service here. So just be prepared to come. David McClanahan and I are going to co-lead that service. It'll be an extended meditation, a lot of contemplation and connection. So be prepared, invite friends, and come be a part of something different and special that we hope you will really enjoy. I love tradition. I love the new ways too. I can honor the Orthodox. I can also go outside the box. I can color in the lines, but beyond the border is fine. There's a between space. There's a place we meet, and it is holy ground. You strip it or dip it, keep it or flip it. Love is love, and truth still reigns. However presented, straighten or bend it. Amazing grace is always grace. Amazing. Amazing grace, how sweet many dangerous toils and snares. We've already come, and it was grace that brought us this far, and it's grace that's going to lead us on together, hand in hand. When we've been here 10,000 years, we'll still be bright shining as the sun. And there'll be no less days to sing those praise than the day that we first begun. Isn't it so amazing, the grace? Yeah. Whatever I am facing, there's always grace. Amazing. No matter the time or space thing, there is grace. Amazing. My hope I am placing on this grace. Amazing. Together we're embracing this grace. Amazing. Was blind, but now I see. Yes. Come on. Here we go. Well, we've come to the place where everything is music. Everything is music. Everything is music. Well, we've come to the place where everything is music. Everything is music. Let it play. Tell me, why do you stay in jail when the door is wide open? The door is wide open. The door is wide open. Tell me, why do you stay in jail when the door is wide open? Let the beauty that you love be what you do. Stop talking now and open up the window. The one right there in the middle of your heart. Let go your hands and sit down in the circle. You know you got no need to keep yourself apart. Well, the day you wake up sad and empty, don't go back to sleep. Don't go back to sleep. Don't go back to sleep. Well, the day you wake up sad and empty, don't go back to sleep. 'Cause there's a million ways to kneel and kiss the ground. Dance break. Yeah. Go Peg. Don't worry now about saving all these songs. There's so many more just waiting to be found. If all these instruments should disappear, we'd still hear something coming up from way down in the ground. We've come to the place where everything is music. Everything is music. Everything is music. Well, we've come to the place where everything is music. Everything is music. Let it play. Everything is music. Let it play. Everything is music. Let it play. Woo! All right. Feeling that. Well, good morning. How's everybody feeling on this beautiful, crisp, kind of prelude to fall morning? It feels good, right? Go Bengals. All right. I know, we got to get out on time. There's some people that probably want to watch this game, but anyway, let's start right where we are with a weekly affirmation. I'll say it once, and I'll invite you to affirm it with me. I am miraculous just the way I am. Let's affirm that together. I am miraculous just the way I am. Let's go into a moment of prayer. Sweet Spirit, we come within, affirming the miracle that each and every person is. Every breath is a miracle. So we breathe into that place, that miraculous place within, that Christ presence that is within all of us, the spark of the divine. It's such a miracle. And so we connect and we breathe into that. And when we remember what a miracle we are, we step out with love. We step with so much confidence and power and peace and compassion. And from this place of being such a miracle, connected to that divine spark within, just say thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. Amen. And now, join me in our prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds me. The love of God enfolds me. The power of God protects me. The presence of God watches over me. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. Now, please stand and join us in our congregational.
This is a call and response, so we'll sing it first.
Yeah.
There is a path.
There is a path
To the divine.
to the divine.
The path is yours.
The path is yours.
The path is mine.
The path is mine.
And I know where.
And I know where
The journey starts.
The journey starts.
Right here in my heart. Inside of you.
Inside of you.
Inside of me.
Inside of me.
Eternal truth.
Eternal truth.
Let's set it free.
Let's set it free.
And I know where.
And I know where
The journey starts.
The journey starts.
Right here in my heart. I am the earth.
I am the earth.
I am the sky.
I am the sky.
I am the rain.
I am the rain.
I am the
I
fire.
am the fire.
And I know where.
And I know where
The journey starts.
the journey starts.
Right here in my heart.
Dance break. All right, who's dancing? Come on.
It'll make you feel better just to move around. I am the moon.
I am the moon.
I am the sun.
I am the sun.
I can become
I can become
one with the one.
with the one.
And I know where.
And I know where
The journey starts.
the journey starts.
Right here in my heart. There is a path
There is a path
to the divine.
to the divine.
The path is yours.
The path is yours.
The path is
The
mine.
path is mine.
And I know where.
I know where
The journey starts.
the journey starts.
Right here in my heart. Right here in my heart. Right here in my heart.
Yes. Now take all that love and meet and greet each other with a handshake, hug, or a namaste.
Make a new friend. And if you're watching online, let us know who you are and where you're watching from. And we'll say hello to you later in the service. Thanks for being with us.
read pretty quick though. I was good about that. I'm used to going to bed by 11 now these days, and I'm not used to the late night thing. It gets so boring in my old age. I used to play gigs till 2. Shelby? Hey.
Mine. Hello. Woo! I feel a good vibration, healing and transformation. All through this congregation must be unity. The experience is our mission. Universal wholeness is our vision. I am who I am. It's my decision. Must be unity. N-T-U-C, unity. Yeah.
We can continue this after service down in Friendship Hall. But for now, if you would, have a seat and say with me our mission and vision statements. Our mission statement is, in God, we are an inclusive, abundant community, experiencing love, transforming lives, and serving others. And our vision statement is, we celebrate a world of harmony and oneness, a place of loving stewardship, sacred connections, and pure joy, where all are welcome with honor and respect. And what we'd like you to know more than anything about New Thought Unity Center is that whoever you are, wherever you are on your spiritual path, whatever you look like, whoever you love, however you identify, you are welcome here. And we're glad that you've chosen to be with us this morning. If this is your first time at New Thought Unity Center, there is in the back corner a newcomers table. On it, there are packets of information that tell you a little bit about the service. And after service, oh, there she is. You're scooching towards the back farther every week, Regina. Regina will be back there, and she can answer any questions that you may have. And if you'd like a tour or anything else you'd like to know about New Thought Unity, she'd be happy to help you with that.
Now let's sit back and prepare for meditation.
Heart and soul shall be whole.
And as you settle into your chair or whatever is supporting you, just take a breath together. Let's take a collective breath. And release. And let's take another breath. Really settle in. Feeling yourself surrender to whatever is supporting you. Feel every point that your body touches whatever is supporting you. And as we take a moment to meditate, connect to the one presence, the Christ presence available within every one of us. Let's exhale. On the next inhale, make an audible sound. So here we go. Let's do that one more time. And as we release, we're releasing carbon dioxide. And when we inhale, we're taking in life-giving oxygen. And so every breath is a receiving and a releasing. And so for the next few moments, I just invite you to focus on your breath, the miracle of your breath. And that if you held your breath, you'd be holding on to life-giving release. And so just settle in and surrender in the miracle of the flow. And as we come back into this space, I invite you to bring with you gratitude for the miracle of every breath, the miracle of you, of that presence within, embracing and releasing, and all the shifts that happen within you and outside of you. Just bring gratitude. All of it is a miracle. All of it leaves places for healing.
Meant to be.
not afraid. Make believe that I don't really care. But there's a wounded place in me, and I'm terrified you'll see it. The truth is, I get really sad some days. Struggle just to get up in the morning. But I've never found the courage just to say, please help me, I'm afraid of falling. But I'm longing to show you who I really am, but afraid you'll know me and turn and run away if I open up and let you in. Could I finally stop pretending? I'm tired of always being the one. Feels like the whole world is on my shoulders. I should be out there having fun, living, not just growing older. And I'm longing to show you who I really am, but afraid you know me and turn and run away if I open up and let you in. Maybe I could finally stop pretending. Here I am in all my imperfection, yearning for connection. So I stand here before you, exactly who I am, and know you'll know me. So love me if you can. I will open up and let love in. I will finally stop pretending. I'll finally stop pretending.
Amazing. Amazing. I was fighting back tears through that. How about you? Yeah. Anybody relate to that? I want to be done pretending. I'm standing before you. I want you to love me as I am, yet I'm afraid to show you who I am. It's a paradox, right? I want you to love me exactly as I am, but I won't show you exactly who I am because I'm afraid you won't love me. It's a little cycle that we get in. At least I do. That pretending is exhausting. Anyone spend portions of their life pretending just because it made you feel safer? You felt like that was the little bit of love you could get, so I'll pretend I'll be what they need me to be. It's exhausting, isn't it? And I asked the question because The Gifts of Imperfection is a Brene Brown book that I love, and I'll talk about that. But I'm asking this question like, where is the root? Where did we come up with the original idea that we needed to pretend to be anything to begin with? Anything other than ourselves? And what came to me is this idea of original sin that we all have been told from the beginning, which is what? What's original sin? What has anybody been told? Yeah. Anybody? You've been told that you'll never measure up, right? You'll always have a mark against you. You'll never get it quite right, right? Well, that's hard to live up to. And so I spent my entire life so far thinking that I just wasn't ever going to get it quite right. There was some idea of perfection to be achieved that I would never achieve, but someone else did, and I'll always fall short of it. That's a hard thing to live up against, right? And it set me up to pretend that I had it right, to pretend because I knew I was never going to measure up. But I want to read something from Brene Brown's book, The Gifts of Imperfection. It's this little book right here. I would love to do a book study with this book if anybody is interested. It's a great book. And she says this about perfectionism. Perfectionism is a self-destructive and addictive belief system that fuels this primary thought. If I look perfect, live perfect, work perfect, and do everything perfectly, I can avoid or minimize the painful feelings of shame, judgment, and blame. And there it is. I can avoid the feelings of shame, judgment, and blame. Because I don't know if you're like me, but I never considered myself a perfectionist. If someone were to ask me, I'd say, no, I'm not. Because I always thought a perfectionist was someone who worked really hard at one thing and tried to get it, like hone their craft. Well, that wasn't me. I was the classic underachiever. And so I didn't consider myself a perfectionist. But when I read that and thought about how I avoid shame and judgment, then I realized there is perfectionism in me as well. And it's very alive. And so I have this first slide that says, the willingness to tell our stories, feel the pain of others, and stay genuinely connected in this disconnected world is not something we can do half-heartedly. To practice connection is to look at life and the people around us and say, I'm in. I'm in. Kim Belew, the perfectly imperfect version of human that I am, I'm in. I'm in. You can't love me wholly if I don't show up wholly. If I don't show up as my authentic self, you can never love me. That's just the truth of it. And so telling our stories is a big thing. And so I want to share with you my imperfection that I felt, carrying with me is that I had to show up, especially on a platform like this. Let me be real with you. When you're on a platform like this, everyone has an opinion. Everyone has an idea of how you should be, how you should talk, how you should live. It can affect a person. And so what I have to do is get right with who I am. Who am I authentically? And show up and stand in that and say, I'm all in. Love me as I am. And it's okay if you don't, because I'm still going to love me. And that's the invitation for all of you. When I showed up in the world out there pretending because I was so ashamed, I had a lot of anger. I had a lot of violence. I might not have done anything physically to anyone, but that's how wars start. It started in my mind. It started within. I was always at odds with everyone. Is there another slide, Terry? It is in the process of embracing our imperfections that we find our truest gifts: courage, compassion, and connection. So the truth for me, this vulnerable share, I pretended and almost killed myself for a lot of my life. And early on, if you want the real vulnerable share, most of you know I had this horrible childhood. And so I pretended, because my mom shared with me early on that she didn't want to know about it, that it was going to ruin her life. And so I about killed myself trying to pretend that everything was okay for many, many years. And then I finally started telling my story. And I finally started standing up in front of people and saying, this is who I am. And it made some people uncomfortable. And yet, it's setting me free. And so my invitation to you is, how do you want to be set free? Is there something you can drop today that you're pretending? One thing. And just let people in. Because we all want to be loved, but we're afraid to be loved at that depth, aren't we? It's a deep kind of love. And yet I came here and I discovered affirmative prayer. That was the first thing that helped change my life. Unity's affirmative prayer helped me. And then I started telling my story and doing the healing work. And so I'm not going to read the whole story to you, but I want to share, I love Christmas. So Alice shared this book with me the other day, Why Christmas Trees Aren't Perfect. So I'm just going to paraphrase this story about this Christmas tree with you and see if you relate. So it was in this royal forest where the queen would come and pick the perfect Christmas tree every year that was going to go in the castle. And so all the trees all year long were trying to grow up and be perfect because they wanted to be picked by the queen. And there was this one little scrawny little tree that was growing, and its branches weren't quite as perfect as the other trees, but it was trying really hard. And then a storm blew through, big snowstorm, and the other pine trees did everything they could to protect themselves because they wanted to be picked. They wanted to look perfect for the queen. But the little pine tree, it saw a little bunny hopping, trying to get away from the storm, and instead of lowering its branches saying, you can't get in, it lifted and said, I'll give you shelter. And so it broke a few branches then. And then a little bird came along, and it needed shelter, and the tree opened its branches once again. And so by the time the storm was over, that little tree looked broken, some branches missing, didn't look perfect at all. And so here comes the queen riding through to pick her Christmas tree. And when she comes through, she sees this scrawny little tree, and she goes, what's wrong with that tree? You should cut it down and throw it away at once. And the little tree was sad. And then the queen stopped for a second, noticing the rabbit and the bird and its branches. And she stopped and she said, wait a minute. That little tree was at service. It did something really loving. And so she had them bring the tree into the castle. And she decorated it and celebrated it. And said, from now on, we're going to celebrate serving with love rather than looking perfect. And so my invitation to you, if you didn't get a handout when you came in, there's the guidepost to wholehearted living. Practice one of those things. Practice moving from a place of love rather than trying to look perfect. That's the invitation. It's my invitation to myself. As you move through your week, is there one thing that you can do to drop the idea that you have to appear perfect? Because you already are perfect. That's the story. You already are. Perfection is relative. If I were to ask each one of you what perfect is, it's going to be different for each of you. You're already perfect. You just have to drop into it and be authentic. Being authentic is way harder than trying to pretend to be perfect. And yet it's much more rewarding, much more healing, and you're going to find much more connection and love. And so take it from me, from someone who pretended for most of their life. Living this way is so much easier, so much less exhausting. And so my invitation to you is to be you. And let us love you just as you are, right where you are, the way you look in your process. And I'm going to ask you to do the same for me. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful and blessed week ahead. I talked about it. All right, come on.
Sometimes I'm right and I can be wrong. My own beliefs are in my soul. Butcher, the banker, the drummer, and them makes no difference what group I'm in.
I am everyday people, yeah, yeah. There is a blue one who won't accept the green one, for living with the fat one and trying to be a skinny one. Different strokes for different folks, and so on and so on, and Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Ooh, sha-sha. We got to live together. Ooh, sha-sha.
I am no better, and neither are you. We're all the same, whatever we do. Love me, you hate me, you know me, and then you can't figure out what bag I'm in. I
And everyday people, yeah, yeah. There is a long one that doesn't like the short hair for being such a rich one that will not help the poor one. Different strokes for different folks, and so on and so on, and Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Ooh, sha-sha. We got to live together. Ooh, sha-sha. There is a yellow one that won't accept the black one, that won't accept the red one, that won't accept the white one. Different strokes for different folks, and so on and so on, and Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Ooh, sha-sha. I am everyday people, yeah, yeah.
Whew, thank you. Please be seated. It's that time in our service where we take our tithes and our offerings in our hands and we say our offertory blessing. So won't you please join me in saying it? Divine love moving in and through me blesses and multiplies all that I give and all that I receive. And if you're a consistent giver, please place your consistent giving card in the basket also. There are multiple ways to tithe and give your tithes and offering. One is the QR code that's on the clipboard in the back of your seat. Just sit there and conveniently and quietly check the box and give, give, give. Also, there are tithing envelopes in the back of the pews that you can use to put your check, cash, or money order in. There's a credit card machine in the back, or you can go to ntunity.org and hit the donate button. on our homepage. So however you feel or however you give, and those at home, we appreciate your tithes and offerings as well. Okay, our chaplain today is Michael. He'll be at the prayer shawl after service to pray with you. And our chaplains, we hold sacred space before, during, and after service. There are also prayer request cards in the back of the pews and on the pew boxes located in the back of the sanctuary and downstairs that you can fill out, complete, and place it in the prayer box. We pray with you for 30 days, and we send the prayer requests on to New Thought Unity Village also, and they pray with you for additional 30 days. Have I forgotten anything or anyone? I don't think so. Kim?
So let's just take a moment and go within as we bless these gifts and offerings. So we say, sweet Spirit, we go within just to give thanks. Thanks for the love in which these gifts were given, for the good in which they will do for New Thought Unity Center and beyond, within these doors, within this community, this city, and more. We are so grateful, and we just say thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. Amen.
Amen.
So we've got a bunch of folks online today. How lovely. Teresa and Joe say good morning to my Unity friends from Rockford, Illinois. Julie O'Neill says good morning from Indialantic, Florida. Jennifer George Collins is sending love from Mount Washington. Penryn Craig says happy Sunday from Prospect, Kentucky. Beth Schaub says good morning from Beth in Edisto Beach, South Carolina. Dang. Serenity Overstreet says good morning, Unity. And Cheryl Ann says good morning from Pleasant Ridge. So thank you all for being with us online as well as in the sanctuary. We have a bunch of folks to thank for the service today. Back in the booth, we have Terry and Mason making us seen and heard. We have Joyce taking pictures. Thank you to Kim for another wonderful service. Thank you to the fabulous band, Michael, Randy, Peg, and Brian. And my fellow songstresses, Jenny, Leah, and Althea.
And of course, Alice.
And next week,
David Allen Brown.
David Allen Brown will be here, so be sure to be here for that. It's all wonderful. So,
Let's circle up.
grab a hand,
Yeah.
stretch them out.
Stretch out. Remember, don't
Make a
bunch
big
up.
circle.
Stretch out. Give it a nice wingspan.
We're going to make a big circle around this place. And then we'll say our prayer of alignment and sing the peace song. Come on, stretch it out. We got plenty of people to do this. Absolutely. A little more. We can do it. A little more. Yes. All right. And our prayer for alignment is, we are light. We illuminate the world. We are love. We love unconditionally. We are power. We are the divine in action. We are presence. We are awake to our divine identity. God is, I am, we are, and all is well.